Everybody, I want you to understand the sheer magnitude of what is happening here. It's unbelievable. So, I was just hearing 14,000 meals came out of the Armory here on Monday to help folks in the Bronx who needed food to eat. 20,000 meals will go out today. 30,000 meals will go out tomorrow. To everyone who is doing this work, you're doing the Lord's work. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you. God bless you all. There are so many people to thank here and appreciate, but I just want to say, when I see all these men and women in public service of this city who have done so much to help their fellow New Yorkers, it really makes me feel proud. And I'm also always appreciative when I see our men and women from the military here to help us, in this case our National Guard, stepping up for us. Let's give a round of applause to all of them. Thank you. So everybody, look, every single New Yorker is feeling this crisis. Everybody either knows someone who has this disease, knows someone we've lost, or is fighting this disease themselves, or the family is. Everyone's feeling it. We all know a lot of people who have lost their jobs. A lot of people listening right now, watching right now, have no employment. They had a job a month ago, they don't have it anymore. So what we're seeing all over this city is the deepest kind of need, and it came on so suddenly. Like nothing we have ever seen in generations in this city. There are a lot of people right now who are hungry. There are a lot of people asking, where will my next meal come from? There's a shocking reality in a city that just a month or two ago, so many things were strong, so many people had jobs, so many things were working, and then out of nowhere, this virus took away people's livelihoods. And now there's tremendous insecurity. In the face of that, so many of the people you see here stepped up. And they knew they had to do something quick to make sure people would get food. Because we're talking about so many people who never had to ask for food before. Talking about something where there was not a system to feed millions of people, but it had to be created on the spot. And again, think about what it feels like to everyone who has to wonder where their next meal is coming from. How much fear, how much anxiety that creates. So my message today is simple, and my message is backed up by every one of these good people, by all these boxes you see, by all these cars coming through. We will not let any New Yorker go hungry. Period. We will not let any New Yorker go hungry. This is one of many operations around the city that prove the point. So, think about, even in the midst of crisis, what the people of this city do, how they step up. Think about how New Yorkers support each other. And think about our public servants and what they do. Think about the ingenuity, the creativity of this amazing group of people. They took this armory, they turned it into a food distribution center, got that army of TLC licensed drivers. I'm talking about yellow cab drivers, green cab drivers, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, you name it. Folks who had little or no income themselves. And think about the power of turning to them, giving them a chance to do something good, giving them a paycheck. But now they are delivering right to the homes, to the apartments of people who need the food the most. Seniors, folks who are disabled, folks who have no other choice, no other way to get food. So out of this horrifying crisis, something beautiful, something powerful. People stepping up to help each other. People putting ideas together we never saw before to help their fellow New Yorkers. I want to remind everyone who needs food, do not hesitate. Pick up the phone, call 311. If you need food, we're going to get it to you. Go online, nyc.gov/getfood. If you need it, we will get it to you. These good people here are proving it here in the Bronx, right to the door, right to the apartment of everyone who needs it. Now, I want to call out this honor roll of heroes here. First of all, you would not have expected a food operation to be started by the Parks Department, but they were the first ones here setting it up, creating something out of nothing. Let's thank the Parks Department for all they did. Second of all, and I want to thank Commissioner Mitch Silver is here with us. Where are you, Mitch? Thank you. Second of all, our amazing food czar went and reached into her department. Again, you don't think of the sanitation department when you think of food distribution. But first, let me thank the two guys who are running this site, retired sanitation chiefs running this site now, who gave me a great tour. Matt Malloy and Mike Reeves, thank you. The sanitation department has stepped up, is playing a crucial role in the food distribution. Hey, they know where all of us live. They come to our houses every day. So sanitation department is playing a crucial role. And I want to thank Sanitation Commissioner and Food Czar for New York City, Catherine Garcia. Thank you so much. The TLC, so think about this, 11,000 drivers, an army of drivers. You see them coming through here. Anybody who needs a delivery, there's a driver for them. I want you to understand that. Every single person needs a delivery. There's always another driver available to make sure they get it. This has never been done before. It's an amazing effort. And I want to thank everyone at the TLC. I want to thank all the drivers for stepping up. And let's thank the Commissioner, Aloisi Arabia, and everyone at TLC. Where are you? There you are. Of course, OEM. They have been amazing coordinating on a vast scale. I got to tell you, if you go to OEM headquarters, it is, to say it's a beehive of activity only begins to describe it. Folks in emergency management have led during this crisis, pulling together amazing efforts to help New Yorkers in need, help all of us, to help folks, the hospitals get their supplies, you name it. Literally every single New Yorker, 8.6 million people, has benefited and been supported in one way or another by the efforts of emergency management. Let's thank Commissioner Deanne Criswell. There you are. Thank you, Commissioner. And amazing support and amazing efforts here in the Bronx to make sure that every Bronxite gets what they need, to make sure all of us in city government know when there's problems we have to solve, to spread the word about social distancing, to spread the word about how we're going to get through this together. I want to thank for his great effort the Borough President of the Bronx, Ruben Diaz Jr. Thank you. And everyone, look, I'll conclude with this. This is, in the midst of this pain, this is something that should make New Yorkers proud. The way all these good people came together, the speed with which they did it, the way they are committed to reaching every person. So again, everyone who needs food will get it. Call 311, go to nyc.gov/getfood. Anybody who needs food, we will be there for you, period. And it's because of all these good people who are stepping up to make it happen. Thank you, everyone.
All right. I want to thank the mayor for coming up here. As you can see, we could not be getting this done without all the different agencies coming together and bringing their talent, whether that was the Parks Department, OEM, the National Guard, TLC. This is really a collaborative effort. And I just wanted to give you some idea of the numbers. When we announced the food plan earlier this week, I think we were at about 4.5 million meals that we had either provided through DOE or provided through this program. As of yesterday night, we were at close to 6 million meals. So the need is great, and we are ramping up to meet that need. This is one of 9 distribution sites in the city. We anticipate we will be expanding that as the week goes on to really make sure that we are out there and getting food to the people in need. As I've said before, we are not going to compound the tragedy of the virus with the tragedy of hunger. And for our most vulnerable, for those people who can't get out and who are homebound, everyone behind me, from actually my retired chiefs who have come out to support the city of New York, to all of the TLC drivers, to everyone at OEM, the National Guard, and the Parks Department, I really want to thank everyone for what we're doing. And so we will be strong and we will get through this. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.
It's an honor to be with all of you here today. I want to thank the mayor for his steady leadership. I'd like to thank Commissioner Criswell for her leadership on emergency management services citywide, to Commissioner Garcia for ensuring the success of the emergency food program. Thank you to Commissioner Silver for hosting all of the hubs. Thank you to Commissioner Tisch for ensuring all the related IT. I really appreciate all the support from Borough President Diaz. And thank you to our partner agencies and all the staff of the TLC, all of whom are working tirelessly to support this effort. And lastly, 6 million thanks to the licensed professional drivers. They're providing essential services to the city's most vulnerable individuals and making a difference in people's lives. I'm very proud and in awe of you. Les quiero dar las gracias a los choferes que están llevando las comidas. Su dedicación es única y muchísimas gracias. Stay healthy, stay safe y manténganse saludables. Gracias.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you all for being here today. New York City Emergency Management really has been proud to be part of this operation, and our motto from the very beginning has been that no New Yorker will go hungry. And it's been really a great opportunity to work with Commissioner Garcia and her team, as well as all of the city agencies. Over 150 staff from about 8 different agencies have been involved in some way or another with this operation. This multi-agency effort has really been a true example of how the city comes together when we need to in order to help New Yorkers. New York City Emergency Management has been coordinating this back from our Emergency Operations Center in Brooklyn. And I'd really like to give a thanks out to Meg Pribram, who's been leading this effort on the New York City Emergency Management side in our Emergency Operations Center, as well as here on the ground, Sam Cornfield, who's here today, who's been really helping to coordinate all of the stuff at the sites on behalf of New York City Emergency Management. And again, we are going to continue to be here as long as it takes to feed New Yorkers, and I just want to tell everybody, please stay safe and stay healthy.
First, I'd like to thank the mayor for his leadership and my colleagues from sanitation and food czar, from TLC, and from emergency management. We're so honored at the Parks Department that we were able to manage 7 of the 8 food distribution centers. We have over 6,000 parks, essential services, parks enforcement, urban park service, forestry that are helping to serve the city, as well as those working at home. But I particularly want to call out the 85 park staff have been operating 7 of the 8 food distribution centers. A few of them are behind me in green. Together, they've been able to serve 1.2 million meals to New Yorkers who are in need. As I close, I want to thank the National Guard. I want to thank the TLC drivers and all the other agencies, but particularly I want to thank the leadership of the mayor to make sure that no New Yorker that is hungry will go without food. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Great job.
Thanks, everyone.
Great job.